Before we get into the video, check the description and join our daily giveaways.
There are not many individuals in the crypto local area who have not heard the name Satoshi Nakamoto to some extent in passing. The renowned unknown maker of Bitcoin and the world's greatest digital money have entranced many individuals and propelled a ton of noticeable cryptographic money defenders. The SV in Bitcoin SV's name means Satoshi's vision and addresses BSV's objective to turn into the digital money Nakamoto generally imagined. The reality of the situation will come out at some point whether it can at any point accomplish such aggressive objectives, yet in the event that it does, it has every one of the opportunities to turn into the following number one digital currency. Notwithstanding, while making a Bitcoin SV cost figure, we ought to take a gander at its crucial worth right now and assess its possibilities without depending on the, genuinely talking, rather thin, probability that BSV will turn into the best and most innovatively progressed digital money one day. Here are our Bitcoin SV cost expectations for the next few years. As usual, if it's not too much trouble, recollect that the items in this video don't comprise monetary guidance. The digital money market is exceptionally unpredictable. In this way, all Bitcoin SV value forecasts ought to be accepted tentatively. Make sure to do your own exploration prior to putting resources into any computerized resources. Bitcoin SV's motivation is to turn into a more innovatively progressed digital currency than the first Bitcoin, meanwhile staying consistent with the first thought behind the cryptographic money. It is a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, BCH, which was forked itself from Bitcoin back in 2017. Being fanatics of the first Bitcoin convention, BSV makers and the local area all object to the progressions made to the BTC blockchain, similar to the execution of Squid or the Lightning Network. BSV takes what they guarantee is Satoshi's unique way to deal with settling the versatility issue that torment the greatest digital currency by expanding block size. At its commencement in November 2018, Bitcoin SV had a block size of 128 megabits. A portion of a year after the fact, in July 2019, the coin went through the Quasar protocol update, and block size expanded to 2 gigabits. BSV's block not set in stone by the coin's agreement components and was intended to be dynamic. This framework permits BSV to have a higher exchange speed yet forfeits some level of decentralization. Bitcoin SV utilizes the confirmation of work agreement calculation and can be dug for benefit, very much like the first Bitcoin. Diggers can pick the size of blocks they need to mine, with greater blocks giving better yields as they contain more exchanges and, subsequently, more exchange charges. Discussing exchanges, Bitcoin SV has a moderately high throughput, a normal of 200 exchanges each second, with the capacity to process up to 50,000 at top efficiency. Very much like most digital forms of money, BSV additionally goes through many high points and low points close by the remainder of the market. It had a monstrous cost spike back in April 2021 when it arrived at its ongoing all-time high of $491. Bitcoin SV drew near to that level by half a month after the fact in May 2021 in any case couldn't arrive at another greatest. Bitcoin SV's value figured out how to remain over the $100 cost mark until the end of 2021 yet kept on declining consistently. The coin at last tumbled down to the $90 level in late January 2022. The ongoing cost of Bitcoin SV is its base cost in the previous year. The last time the coin has been this low was in 2019, which is certainly not a decent sign. Numerous other digital forms of money are in decline right presently yet have a typical cost higher than their base in the beyond 3 years. BSV is very open to the general patterns on the crypto market and appears to answer positive news and promotion very well. Its affiliation and close connections to Bitcoin permit it to get consideration during market blasts. Bitcoin SV Price Prediction 2022. As per the specialized examination of Bitcoin SV costs expected in 2022, the base expense of Bitcoin SV will be $66.73. The greatest level that the BSV cost can reach is $76.34. The typical exchanging cost is normal around $69.84. BSV price forecast for September 2022. In view of the value vacillations of Bitcoin SV toward the start of 2022, crypto specialists expect the typical BSV pace of $65.17 in September 2022. Its base and most extreme costs can be anticipated at $58.96 and at $67.03, separately. October 2022, Bitcoin SV price forecast. Digital money specialists are prepared to report their conjecture for the BSV cost in October 2022. The base exchanging cost may be $63.99, while the greatest could reach $70.29 during this month. By and large, it is normal that the worth of Bitcoin SV may be around $66.47. BSV price forecast for November 2022. Crypto experts have really looked at the value changes of Bitcoin SV in 2022 and in earlier years, so the normal BSV rate they foresee may be around $67.80 in November 2022. It can drop to $65.32 as a base. The most extreme worth may be $72.95. December 2022, Bitcoin SV price forecast. Around mid-year 2022, the BSV cost will be exchanged at $69.84 by and large. December 2022 could likewise observe an expansion in the Bitcoin SV worth to $76.34. It is expected that the cost won't drop lower than $66.73 in December 2022. Bitcoin SV price prediction 2023. After the examination of the costs of Bitcoin SV in earlier years, it is accepted that in 2023, the base cost of Bitcoin SV will be around $99.89. The greatest expected BSV cost might be around $122.63. By and large, the exchanging cost may be $103.52 in 2023. Bitcoin SV price prediction 2024. In light of the specialized examination by digital money specialists in regards to the costs of Bitcoin SV, in 2024, BSV is supposed to have the accompanying least and most extreme costs, about $147.72 and $170.56, separately. The typical expected exchanging cost is $151.86. Bitcoin SV price prediction 2025. The specialists in the field of digital currency have dissected the costs of Bitcoin SV and their changes during the earlier years. It is accepted that in 2025, the base BSV cost could drop to $220.